Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Unhuntables with myself and Grosey Coin Hunts.
Hello.
So we're hunting through 20p coins today. This is our series where we're hunting through the off denominations we don't normally hunt through, and we have a little chitter chatter about coins. So what are we looking for in the 20p's, Grosey?
I knew you were going to ask. We're looking for 1986, 2017 and 2018, which are all NIFCs, and 2008 Gardener design is relatively low minted, so there's not a huge amount of those relative to the others, but they're not really worth too much. And also obviously the undated 20p as well from 2008, and would be probably the absolute holy grail of 20p's to find. And any sort of territories, foreign coins, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so we'll go through those and see who gets the best finds, because over on Grosey's channel, at the same time, assuming he uploads it on time, we will have his half of the video. We'll continue our conversation and see who's got the best finds. So I've got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Firstly, Royal Mint trip. Finally locked it all down. So on the 23rd of September, Change Checker are taking over the Royal Mint for a Strike Your Own event. It seems like they're going to have the Tolkien 50p £2 coin, and it's going to be in Royal Mint packaging for just that day. You have to enter a ballot and be drawn out of the ballot to win a ticket there.
Royal Mint packaging, or do you mean Change Checker packaging?
I mean did I say Royal Mint packaging?
Yes.
I'm glad someone's paying attention. Yes, there's going to be a special Change Checker packaging, it would seem, along with a whole bunch of other events and things there. So I'm going on the 23rd. I'm going to stay over and go on the 24th, which is the Sunday. I'm booked on 11 AM, I believe. It's purely because I imagine it's going to be the Tolkien £2 coin in the standard Royal Mint striker in packaging, so I can get two different packagings in one trip, effectively. Because I'm not a coin collector, I'm a packaging collector.
Yeah.
And you're coming down as
it's
well?
It's still a fun weekend anyway, though. I will be there. Yeah, it's a case of it's more than just the actual coins for me. It's always a fun weekend, seeing everybody and having a great time at the Mint, whether that be in the cafe or whatever we end up doing.
Yeah, so yeah, if you're coming down for the Change Checker event, or you're just going to come down on the Sunday, or you're in the area, feel free to come along and say hi, because it's always great fun doing that. But I'm not 100% sure what the Strike Your Own is going to be on the Sunday. We're just assuming that it's going to be the Tolkien £2 coin, and if not...
Is it still the Coronation one at the moment?
Yeah, it's been going on for ages, hasn't it? Since May.
Like 4 months. Yeah.
It's the longest one of these Strike Your Owns have been, and it feels like... I don't know, it feels like I'm getting withdrawal from being at the Mint. It seems like the longest period where I haven't been, other than maybe lockdowns.
Yeah, it does feel like a little while, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. But it's also gone quite quickly in a funny way, though.
I guess so, yeah. It's the thing that weekend we were there for the Coronation Strike Your Own. It doesn't feel all that long ago in the grand scheme of things, but even though it is. But excited for that.
I know.
In terms of new releases, we had the Ada Lovelace £2 coins. I don't know why. I keep going to call her Ava. But no, it's Ada Lovelace. What do you think of the coin, Grosey?
My initial first reaction was, oh, that looks nice. But then I think I saw your reaction to it, and it is, again, just text sort of...
No, you did this to me once. You can't misquote me twice.
But no, my first initial reaction was, oh, that looks alright. But yeah, I think it's alright, basically.
Yeah. I like it. The one thing I would change is that there's 3 different orientations of writing on it. There's different fonts. It all looks a little bit higgledy-piggledy. It looks like a coin designed by a committee. People wanted different fonts. People wanted different orientations of the wording. And
you better hope there's a rotation error, then you'll be able to read it the right way out.
Exactly. Well, yeah, they've just gone with all the different variants of it. So I think it's a little bit messy.
They're just covering themselves. If there is a rotation error, then they can say, well, that text is the right way out.
Send to NGC, they wouldn't know which way the right way around is anyway, Gracie.
Couldn't possibly comment.
But no, I quite like the coin. Other than those, there's slight tweaks that I would make, but overall I quite like it. It's a great inclusion of another female into the Innovations of Science series that it's now a part of. Obviously, it used to be on the 50p's. That's where Rosalind Franklin was the great engraver. My brain isn't switched on today. The Innovation in Science she was Rosalind Franklin on the 50p, but now they're on £2 coins. And who knows? How many Innovation in Science are on 50p? Like 7? I
Surely it was fewer than that. I'm pretty sure. Was Stephen Hawking the first one?
Yeah.
So Stephen Hawking. Isaac Newton wasn't one,
No.
was he?
Rosalind Franklin,
Rosalind Franklin.
John Logie Baird,
Charles Babbage. No, John Logie Baird was a. Oh, that was a 50p.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
This is embarrassing, Grosey. I bought all these coins.
I think that's it.
No,
I'm pretty sure that's it.
No. There's more. Is there? Oh, Alan Turing. Alan Turing was the last.
Oh, of course, Alan Turing. How could you forget him? Yeah. Hang on, I'll do a little.
So anyway, after however many were on 50p's, if they then do the similar amount on £2 coins, will they then move to the £5 coin? And then after they do that, what are they going to do? Go back to the £5 coin? Go to the penny? 2 penny?
And insulin 50p
Oh,
as well.
insulin, so 6.
That's the one.
I said
And then
7. I said
so
7,
6.
didn't I? I was pretty close.
7.
There's definitely not one extra you're missing.
No. So you've got, in order, you've got Stephen Hawking, Rosalind Franklin, John Logie Baird, Charles Babbage, insulin, and then Alan Turing.
Okay, so 6 there. Fine. So after I've done 6 £2 coins, because we've had 2. Jenna and now Ada Lovelace. Oh no, 3 because Alexander Graham Bell was the first one. So 3 more, and then I'll have to move to another denomination. So who knows what's going to happen with
That's
that? Maybe I'll go back to the
£5
50p's. No. Because we're hunting through 20p's, this has actually worked out quite well. I wanted to quickly talk about undated 20p's. Many of you know I work for the Britannia Coin Company. Part of what we do is we buy collections of coins and coins in on quite the frequent basis. And something we're coming a cropper with very recently are undated 20p's being sent in to be sold to us. And when they arrive, they're not undated. So I don't know if you've come across this, Grosey, that there seems to be some confusion as to what an undated 20p is. From a conversation I've had with someone was that, well, there's no date on the back of it, it must be undated.
No.
That's your comment.
Obviously,
No.
Undated would be if it's literally undated on the whole coin, both sides as well.
So,
that's the point. Yeah, that's what the error is.
Basically, for those that are watching that are not aware, in 2008 we changed the definitive design from those unique designs by Christopher Ironside on the 20p by Gardner to the Matthew Dent Shield of the Royal Arms. The date on the 20p used to be on the reverse, the tail side of the coin, and for the change to the new definitive, they decided to move the date onto the obverse or head side of the coin. And what happened with, we guess at least one batch, they used the new dies for the front of the tails of the coin, and they used an old die for the head side of the coin. So there is no date on either side, and that's how the undated 20p came about. So if you have a 20p that you think is undated, check both sides. The undated will always be on the shield design because the date is on the tail side of the old design.
Yeah. Hopefully I have one to show at the end of this video.
Oh, my video.
Well,
you got no hope.
True.
You got no hope. You can barely even win one of these videos, let alone find the undated 20p, Grosey.
Oh yeah, I just thought it'd be at the end of my video, but you have to go and watch that to see whether I found one.
I'll save you 15 minutes. You didn't. Also, Royal Proclamations came out announcing a whole bunch of coins coming out. Some that we knew might be coming out, like the.
Where do you actually see this Royal Proclamation? I've never been able to access
it's on the Gazette paper website, and it's got loads of different announcements through government and things, and you can filter it down to just be the coin related. So they've announced 2 more coins in the Historic City Views set, which I'm quite excited about because I really like that set. I think the London Historic City View was a beautiful coin. I think Rome was not quite as nice as the London one, but it's still a stunning coin. Do you know where we're going next, Grosey?
No idea.
So we've been to London, we've been to Rome. Well, what makes sense to go to in the next 2?
Maybe
Ooh.
Paris?
Yeah, Paris is the next. Well,
Really?
it's one of the 2 that they announced. So we've got
Paris and Berlin.
Oh no, not Berlin.
Oh.
A little bit closer to Rome.
Madrid.
Wrong way. Go east.
Split.
What?
Split in Croatia.
Oh no,
Dubrovnik.
no,
Oh no, it's not a capital city. What's the capital? Zagreb.
no. You give up.
No. San Marino.
No.
I don't know.
Athens.
Ah, quite a far east then. Right.
Yeah. So I think there's some great views to be had in both of those cities, and the fact that we're going to be getting 2 more coins in that set, I think, is really exciting. It's not a set that I think you didn't buy, did you?
No. Doesn't really do anything for me, to be fair.
No. I think you don't like the series that get released with that BU coin, do you?
No. If I had more to throw at them in terms of money, I probably would. But yeah, it doesn't. If there was, it doesn't really do it for me. If it was like I would only ever buy like a precious metal coin that isn't a bullion coin for if it had specific value. If I really liked the design, like I bought a couple of the silver 350p's because I really liked them. But apart from that, doesn't really do too much for me.
I must admit, because I didn't buy the British Monarch series, but basically my thought was, there's no BU coin, well, I'm not going to buy any of these. But the city views I thought were so stunning, I had to get them. So I do quite like them, and I'm excited to see them continue. There's also the Tudor Dragon for the next Tudor Beast, which I think could be quite cool because dragons look quite cool. We've had obviously the Queen's Beast series that had its the Red Dragon of Wales on it. And lots of the Tudor Beasts are quite similar sort of creatures, so it would be interesting to see how, I think it's David Lawrence who's designed these rather than Jodie Clark who did the Queen's Beast, how he does the Tudor Dragon. Also the next myth and legends, we assume, Beowulf and Grendel. Mean anything to you, Grosey?
Beowulf and Grendel. The only thing that rings a bell with Beowulf is when I was younger I used to watch a little show called Grandpa in My Pocket. Have you ever heard of that?
No. This is amazing. Something cultural reference that only the
Tell me in the
that I
comments
don't.
whether anyone else has heard of Grandpa in My Pocket, and Grandpa's dog was called Beowulf.
I thought there'd be some link to like the legend of Beowulf. Okay, maybe not.
I'm sure that's not what is being commemorated. But no, I've never heard of them in terms of the myth or the legend.
Well, Beowulf slayed a monster of some description. I can't remember the story off the top of my head, but I think Grendel was Grendel the mother of the monster or something. Anyway, it sounds like a myths and legends coin. It's not one I know particularly well, but again, could be quite.
It's probably one I'll buy though. I've started buying the 1 ounce bullion silver coins.
Yeah.
I think they're quite.
It looks like well, we assume they'll do proof and bullion coins like they did with the ones from the court of King Arthur, which I think they were stunning. We've yet to have Morgan Le Fay come out, but we do know what that's going to look like because they accidentally put them on sale in the Royal Mint gift shop for one day when they shouldn't have.
Really?
Yeah, we know someone who got one as well. Lucky so-and-so.
Ah.
James Bond is returning to our coins as well. It's titled Bond of the 60s, which I think opens the door to maybe next year we're going to have Bond of the 70s and Bonds of the 80s and so on and so forth. But you ever seen a James Bond film, Grosey?
Never seen a James Bond film.
Really?
Well, I've seen like other people watching a James Bond film on TV, and you sort of pass by and then.
Oh, I see. I think you meant
5
you've
minutes
watched someone else watching James Bond. I was like, what?
No. You know when someone else has something on the TV and you just walk past, and you go into the same room or something, and then you sort of end up watching it for 5 minutes, then walking out or whatever. That's sort of the same sort of situation.
I see. No, it's quite cool. But no, I think that could be a cool coin. You might like it because it's got a. He's supposed to be in a microlight aircraft.
Oh really?
So yeah,
that's cool.
We all know Grosey likes his aviation, so there we go. A tenuous tie to him. Lunar series. Do you know what next year's lunar year is going to be, Grosey?
I mean, I've got a 1 in whatever chance. It's the year of the. What haven't we had for ages? Something like the year of the pig. No, not the year of the pig. That was
a few years ago.
Is it the pig?
No.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. It's something like the year of the horse or something.
No. It is year of the dragon.
Oh, is it?
So we're gonna have a showdown of the Tudor dragon and the year of the dragon design. See which is the nicest dragon. But again, another cool I'm quite excited about. The Lunar series coins tend to do quite well aftermarket as well, which is a promise. Yeah. There's also a lion and eagle design, which I think is going to be a bullion coin from reading the Proclamation. I think there was word of some sort of coin marking the special relationship between the UK and the USA, and the lion being the English national animal and the eagle being the national animal of the United States. Makes me think that might be it. May not be, but who knows? We'll find out when that comes out. Sixpence was also announced. I did think it's quite late in the year for the sixpence to come out, isn't it? Considering you'd traditionally buy them for weddings, and so if you've had a wedding any time.
But they did do a Christmas one, didn't they? The 2022 one. Is that already for sale? The sixpence?
No, that's been announced in Royal Proclamation that's coming out. So.
Oh right, I see.
Obviously, it'd be the new sixpence, the first one with King Charles on it as well, which is quite cool for those that collect their sixpence date runs.
Definitely.
Or they just shove them straight off to the America to get graded.
I only did because I was inspired to do so.
Okay. Well,
that specific.
We'll see what inspires you this time, whether you do.
And it got an MS70 as well, so I can't complain. My 2022 silver sixpence got an MS70, which is the highest grade you can possibly get.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another cool coin. But the one thing I noticed, because that sounds like all the coins at the end of the year, because the lunar year coin tends to be the last one of the year, minted at the end of the year, but dated for the following year, so it'll be dated 2024. No mention of the pound coin in Proclamation.
But
a little bit weird.
What about Christmas coins? Surely they do snowman coins or other coins.
Possibly.
Or there's not going to be this year.
There very well could be more coins to be announced in future proclamations, but like I said, the lunar year coin tends to be the last one of the last released in the year. So maybe we've got another bout of coins to be announced through proclamations, so we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. But we've prattled on quite long enough. We're going to continue prattling on over on Grosey's channel, so head over there. But for the time being, let's return to the coins. Well, there we go. We got a couple of finds. Two 2008 Gardner crowned Tudor roses, which are pretty cool. They are low minted, just not massively so. One 20 pence from the Jersey, the one and only, as opposed to the New Jersey across the pond. 2012 dated, that's pretty neat. And then this one, it's 2005, so it's not really a date that we look for, but that is just gloriously shiny, isn't it? So I thought I'd keep that one, make a nice addition to my date run book. But there we go. You'll have to go over to Grosey's half of the video. Links will be in the description to that to see how well he did. Of course, he never does as well as me, but there we go. Links as ever in the description of this video to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come and join that. There's also links to my social media channels, the PO box address you can write into, and of course the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, who I work for as my day job making videos for them, so please do check that out as well. All it leads me to now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.